So we finally got the bike back. 3 months I've been waiting, and we've been waiting, haven't we, for the bike? Yes. So it's back. It's been considered, it's been classed by the insurance company as a category N write-off. So anyway, let's have a quick look around the bike. Windshield, this is an aftermarket windshield. I was expecting to see on the edge here maybe some sort of chips here, but there's nothing wrong with the windshield whatsoever, so that's good. Headlights themselves, no cracks, no scratches, no damage on there, which is good. The upper fairing, headlight fairing. Now here is the main bolting points where it bolts the actual, used to have the wing mirrors here, right? So this is where it bolts to the frame. That's not damaged. The crack is here. So I think this can be quite easily repaired, filled, rubbed down and resprayed. Moving on to the side fairing, we have a little scrap here, bit of a chunk taken out there. Again, do I really need a brand new one of these? I really don't think so. I think this is going to be a little bit of repair there. There's a little mark here, which I'm pretty sure wasn't there when I gave it to them. I don't know if you can see the camera. Here, really small little scrape here, really small little scrape. This is sanded down. And here, there's hardly anything off of that, and that's already smooth. So I may get the guards that you put on here. I may get one of those. It's hardly anything. Oh, we got handlebars. So we got the ends, the wing mirrors, bar mount, maybe a lever. I can pick another lever up. But that is really it. Okay, so I got the fairing off. It's looking pretty damn good. I mean, there's no broken. There's a little bit of a broken clip there, but this is this is only ever going to come off as one part. So I could probably, like, I don't know, do something there to keep it secure, like hot glue gun it or something. I don't know. And we want to see what the problem was with this light. It looks like it's just slipped out the bracket. It's just literally, it's been pushed and popped off the bracket. These are supposed to be open like, these are supposed to be open like this. This and this. So I've got the headlight fairing off now. These are aftermarket lights. Well, not the lights themselves, but the internals are aftermarkets. So these are bi-directional LEDs. Is it bi-directional or just bi? I don't know. They're both coming at the same time rather than the standard one for this particular model. And I'm a bit OCD. I wanted them both to come on, so I got the LEDs. Really nice. Complete nightmare to wire up, as you could see. And what's actually happened is it looks like the insurance company has taken this off and not put it back on properly, because I thought to myself, just as I was taking it off, I thought, you know what, before I do that, let me just check the lights work okay. And I put them on and the lights don't work. So I'm gonna have to do all the wiring again. I'm gonna have to look at what they've done. They've bodged it somehow. So this, it may be a connection that they've not put back in properly. I mean, this feels like it's not in. But anyway, just for now, because I'm not doing anything with these lights are fine. I've just put them back on here with the existing screws, just to hold it in place. The headlights around now. This side of it is all absolutely fine. Obviously, this is the biggest damage on the bike here.
What I did yesterday is we masked this up. We give it a nice rub down. We've given it a prime over.
So the black gloss has gone on. We need to do one more coat of that. But it's looking pretty much unscathed now. I am going to still put the engine guards on there. One of the other things I need to do with this is I need to heat this so that it goes back to this colour, because at the moment where I've sanded it down, it's quite light grey. Oh, it's a bit cold today. Okay, so what we did yesterday, we fitted the engine guards, which are these. This is like a plastic cover. I was a bit worried, but it doesn't look too bad. It doesn't look too bad. It's not as shiny as it was before, but I think once we get the fairings back on, that'll look good. There's obviously two of these. I've got one for this side as well, even though I didn't need it. So you got that one as well. I did take the RNG stickers off. Didn't really want the RNG posted all over the bike. So, and there we are. So we're still waiting for the fairing and the headlight panel to come. And once we get those, we should be in a better position to put everything back on the bike. The headlights work now. I've sorted all the wiring out on the headlights. I haven't tidied up the loom yet because I need to take this off again. And then once I put it all back together, I'll tidy up the loom before I put the side fairings on. I painted all of these, the bottoms of this, and I've also painted that there. So that's all done, and we just wait for the new parts. It's a little bit scratched. I mean, it's a good tank pad. I did like that, but I don't know. I want to go with something a little bit more. I don't know, a little bit more glittery. And I want to take this off as well. And I'm also thinking of actually taking off this because it's red, right? I know it's scorpion. I know it's it's good, but it's red. I want just black and green. So what I've been told and what I've checked is WD-40 and a hairdryer. This is my. We bought this for my kids when she was like 3. She's like 16 now. So I'm pretty sure I'll get away with using this rather than the wife's one. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to heat it up because it is a bit cold. It is winter and the sun is low in the sky, but it is a bit cold. So we're going to heat that up and we are going to use floss. Where's the floss? Here's the floss. We are going to use dental floss to actually just get underneath the lip and start easing it off and sawing it off like that. Then I have got some WD-40 which I will spray in there just to start dissolving the glue, heat it up a bit more, and eventually it will come off. I won't film the process, but if I get stuck or anything or I have any problems, then I'll make sure I point some tips out. I said I wasn't going to show you how to do it, but once it's heated, it literally just comes off. We just ease our way through and we can just pull it off. Okay, so that literally took me about 2 minutes to get all of that off, and now it is very shiny and residue free. So now without the stickers on the exhaust, I think it looks a lot better. It looks cleaner. Dog agrees as well. I think it looks cleaner without that red sticker on it. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. Nice. So I've not got the other parts yet, but I did get a set of tank pads which I fitted, and I decided to take off the old tank guard because it was a bit scratched and fit this new one. It is definitely straight because I did line it up. I think that's a good touch as well. It's black and green, looks quite nice. I like it anyway. And obviously, yeah, so the tank pads side to side, because I was starting to get a little bit of rubbing on the paint here, and I tried to T-cut it off, but it wasn't really coming off, and there was a little bit of a shine coming up on here. So I definitely need the tank pads there, or knee pads, whatever you want to call them. But yeah, still waiting for the side fairing and the headlight panel. So while I'm waiting for these parts, I thought I'd quickly check the air filter. Well, the bike's been running absolutely fine, but I wanted to make sure that it's all clean in now, so I can't see any debris or anything that's going to cause any issues, because sometimes when you flip the bike over on the side, things get rattled around, but a little bit of stuff there which I'll hoover out. But the air filter itself, it's not too bad, to be honest. It wasn't really ready for changing, but I'm going to stick a new one in anyway. So a little tip when putting this back in. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is you want to get this screw in there, and you want to see it coming out the bottom, because otherwise it's going to save you a lot of time. Once you get that screw in and you can see the metal bit coming out from underneath the bottom, you're then ready to put that in and do that one up first. On the back of this, see, it's easier to detach this just by pulling this up. You've got 2 prongs which fit into there. Just pull that up to detach the whole thing. It's easier. That's the way you get it in, and after you've put this screw back in and that's in position, you can reattach the bottom bit as well. So while we're putting the petrol tank back on, before I put the 2 retaining screws there, I do have a quad lock, which is the adapter is actually connecting to these 2 screws on the petrol tank rather than in the stem itself. So I think I'm just going to fit that back up now. So we've got the quad lock back up, and then I'm going to fit the bar ends and wing mirrors as well. So the one that we're actually going to fit on here, this is the EvoTech mount connected up here to the dampener, which basically stops the vibration from the bike onto your phone. And then we have the wireless charger there. It's not actually wireless because you do need to plug it in. Where's the connection? Can't remember where you plug it in now, but there's a connection on the back somewhere that you plug this into your auxiliary power. So in my case, I've got a USB double socket lighter, so it will be plugged into that. And then the wireless part is when you put your phone on there, it starts charging the phone, so you don't have to worry about that at all. Anyway, I'm going to fit that back in. What it is, this fits on top. I can show you here. This fits straight on top like that. You've got the 2 bolts that go through there, and then you're good to go. So these particular mirrors that I'm fitting on here, get my ugly mutt out of the reflection. You take this off. Take the nut and you take that spacer off, because this screw will go directly into it. So I'll put it in place and then I'll come back. Okay, so the mirrors are now back on the bike. Right, so we've got our new parts now, and these are the original Kawasaki parts. And just to offer it up, it is exactly the same colour as the other side, which is always good. So now I need to strip off, well, I've already stripped it off, but I need to refit the trim, the extra bit, the indicators, etc. And I need to do the same with the headlight panel. So once I've done that, I'll start fitting them back on. So we're almost there. We've got the side fairings now rebuilt, and the bottom bits that I've sprayed are back on, fitted. The side trim is back on. The indicator lights are fitted. I've still got this bit left over. For the life of me, I don't know where it goes. If you guys know where this bit goes, please leave a comment, because I'm sure I'll figure it out. But if I post this video and I've still got this bit spare, please let me know where it goes, because obviously it needs to go back on the bike at some stage. Anyway, now I'm going to rebuild the headlights around and refit. So with the headlight, the best thing to actually do is take the light assembly off, or just at least drop it down onto the front bumper. Slide the fairing on top of it, or the light into the fairing. And then you want to get to, it's really hard to get to these, but I don't know if I can just get under there and see. See that bolt there? The one at the top of the picture right now. That's the one you want to bolt in. Now that goes through the frame, through the headlight, and then onto the fairing. So looking here, just under here, the bolt is just there literally. You've got a cable tie on this. You can move that. You have to kind of bend that down. I don't know if I can squeeze in and see it from there. But the bolt is literally just behind there. And again, it goes through the frame, through the headlight panel, through the headlight, and onto the headlight panel, onto the fairing. Okay, so the headlight panel is back on now, secured to the frame with the blanking plates that were originally for the mirrors. Made a bit of a mess of that, but we've got to polish that up, that'll be alright. Wiring's all a little bit more tidy. Now I just need to check to make sure that the headlights are working. So key in, ignition on, the side lights come on, which is great, but these won't come on until I start the engine. So let's just make sure we are in neutral. We are in neutral, kill switch on. Let's have a look. We don't need to start it, but as long as it tries to turn over. All good. We know that the headlights are working fine. So we can now start putting these side panels back on. I'm going to clean all this up. Let's start putting everything back on now. We fitted the side panel. This is the one that was damaged in the first place. And I think we have found where this part goes. that doesn't look right, does it? So that part obviously needs to be fitted on the inside of the fairing before it's bolted on. So got to take this nut out again, and the one down here. Okay, this side is now back on. Everything in place there. So all we've got to do now is we need to remember to plug these into my almost said cigarette lighter, but you don't have a cigarette lighter on a motorbike, yeah. Into the USB connector, which sits on the dash surround. Put all this back on, put the front windscreen face shield back on, put the windscreen back on. We need to fit the front brake lever in here. I still need to fit this, so I'll probably fit that now. I'll have a look at that in a minute, and we'll fit that as well. So you do need to take the side fairing off, because otherwise there is no possible way to get to that screw in there. It needs to come, move back a bit, it needs to come through this angle. So that fairing's got to come off, because what you've got to do is you've got to unbolt the bolt which is behind the grill here from there, slip it over, put that grill through to that grill because they're both R&G, and slip it in. I'm not sure if this is the correct fit for the, it doesn't fit the panels. I was hoping it would fit the panels, but it seems to bend in. I don't know if anyone else has got the downpipe grill. It looks all right from there, but I don't know, it just doesn't fit the way I thought it would fit. But that pin goes through a hole in here, so it is secure. So I guess looking at it like that, we can't really ask for more. So that's all that done. The only bit I need to put on now from the rest of the fairing is the exhaust guard, which I'll do now. Then after that, we can start reassembling the front of the bike, new brake lever, and we are done. We are ready for the road. So it's it's quite dark now, even though it's only 4 p.m. But Pinnacle Moto is back together. So all of the new parts on there. So you remember, this fairing is brand new. This was damaged. This headlight, I need to clean it up a bit. It's got fingerprints all over it. This was all cracked here. That's all completely done. The down here on the cover, this was all grazed underneath, but that was all sprayed up nicely. But then I also put some engine guards on there as well. In the meantime, additional bits I've done. So that's been the engine guard's been rubbed down and burnt, or heated rather, to go back to colour. These have been sprayed. They were kind of this matte material. I've sprayed them into a gloss. Got fingerprints all over those. Need to buff that up. This rear exhaust panel, that's been glossed up as well. So that was previously, sorry, I got some hair, dog hair floating around. That was matte as well, the same colour as kind of this up here. So that's all been sprayed. It's all been done. We had a downpipe guard, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know what it's called, grill, put there. We have our new mirrors on, the same ones we had before, but they're the new ones. We have replaced the front brake, and I have checked to make sure that is working. It's all good. What else we got? We got a new tank pad. So we have a new tank pad on there as well. I quite like that, so I put that one on there. And I've also fitted some grips, because I did find that there was a little bit of rubbing on the paintwork there, and it was starting to get a little bit hard to polish out each time. So I've put some grips on there as well. I have removed the Scorpion sticker from the exhaust, because why would you want red on a black and green bike? And I like it. It's a cleaner look. On the other side, this fairing was existing, nothing wrong with that. Again, remove the Scorpion sticker there. This is a guard, so that's been fitted on there. These bits have all been polished up as well. Again, need to polish that out. And yeah, that's pretty much it, all back together again. So I guess we need to quickly test the indicators. We need to make sure that because all the bits that I've touched, we can quickly test those. So the indicators, the headlights, brake light, I guess, as well, because we've done the brake lever. I know the brake works, I've already checked that. And then, yeah, I'll get it back outside, ready for the new MOT, and we'll be good to get it on the road.